Hello everyone, my name is Where Don't Care My Name Is, and here we go with my review for Annabelle Comes Home. Alright, so this is the third Annabelle film, and this is the eighth film in the Conjuring universe, and I gotta tell you, I was very much looking forward to this film, mostly because I wanted to see how this film's gonna go, if it was gonna be scary, and if it's gonna make up for the failure of The Curse of La Llorona and The Nun. So, how'd the film do? Well, let's take a look, shall we? Let's take a look at the story. The story for this film has the Warrens finding Annabelle. They bring him back to their home. They lock in the case, and that's supposed to be it, right? Well, wrong. The Warrens leave, and they're on a case, and the focus of the story is on the daughter, her babysitter, and the babysitter's friend. And the friend comes into the house and wants to get into where they keep all the cursed objects so that she can find a way to communicate with her dad because he passed away. She's trying to find a way to talk to him. She feels lost, so she thinks if she goes into this room where all the cursed stuff is at, she might be able to find a way to contact him. Well, because of that, Annabelle gets unlocked. Things start to go bad for our three young heroes, so they have to find a way to lock Annabelle up, stop the evil spirits, and not die or get possessed. So that's pretty much the story without ruining too much for it. So, what are the positives with the story? I do like how the story is paced very well. It's not focusing on the Warrens, it's focusing on their daughter, who we don't really get much in the other two Conjuring films. So this was different. This is nice. We are interacting with her, seeing what she's going through, and her time with her babysitter in the story. It's paced very well. It takes its time. It does start off kind of slow, but once we get to the second part of the film, after the girl touches all the cursed stuff, that's when it does start to pick up. It starts to pick up the pace when it comes to the fear, and it does a very good job keeping you hooked on what's happening. Pretty much on the edge of your seat, hoping that they will make it, they'll be able to go through. And of course, they're going to get through, of course, but still, you're kind of interested to see how it's going to go, and maybe if the Warrens will come in to save the day or not. You're just sitting there watching to see it all happen. My only gripes that I did have with the story, despite the fact that there are certain scenes where it does linger a little too long. Doesn't move the story along a little bit, but my only other problem with the story that's been a kind of a major problem is, look, I get the moral of the story. I get the fact that the girl, she lost her loved one. She wants to find a way to communicate with them. I get that, I really do. But at the same time, you're going to a room knowing full well it's full of cursed objects, and you touch every single thing. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? Seriously, if you wanted, you could have waited till the daughter's mom come back, so you could talk to her, see if there's a way to talk to your dad. But instead, you go into the room and touch all the cursed objects. I'm like, that's not very smart. Not very smart. I think that's one of the dumbest things you could do in a horror movie. But again, I understand. That's why I'm not being too harsh on her. I'm just saying, not a wise move. So that's kind of the only gripe I have with the story, and how, you're supposed to feel bad for her afterwards, but no, you feel bad more for the daughter because she's the one who's going through all the hell more than the other two. But yeah, it's not a good way for things to go for our young actress, huh? But the story is not bad. It's told very well. It's got a good moral to it, and it's fine. The characters, I like the daughter. I thought she was fine in the film. I like the babysitter. I like the other girl as well. They're fine. Again, just why touch everything else? As far as the Warren's concerned, not really much in the story, so they're just there. So you don't have to worry much about them. As far as everyone else is concerned, the other people who were involved in their film, and of course our evil spirits and everything, they all did fine. I had no problem with them. I thought they all did a good job. Um, of course, sometimes there are some scenes in the story that does take too long with our characters. Just move it along a little bit. So, what about everything else? How's the fear in this film? Do they do a good job building up the fear, the intensity, and when you get scared, is that good scare or is it just jump scare, jump scare, jump scares, jump scares, jump scare? Um, Not many jump scares. You actually see them coming, but they do a good job building that fear up. That's what I miss about it. They're building it up. They leave you in scenes that are, intense. The music, no music playing. You know something bad's gonna happen, and then when it happens, you're not disappointed. They do a very good job at it. Um, Again, there are a lot of predictable jump scares, so you see them coming. But again, they're done well. Unlike The Nun, it relied way too much on jump scares and not enough time to build up that fear. This one, they build it up. They do a very good job at it, and when the fear happens, when the scare happens, it's legit and it's done well. Now, with that being said, there are certain scenes, like I said before, that do take a little too much time and can ruin the fear a bit. So when it happens, there are times when you're not getting scared, but still, it's not bad. It's very good, so I had no problem with it. So, Annabelle Comes Home. Is it a good, scary film? It is a good, scary film, yes. Is it a good sequel to the other Annabelle films? Much better than the first one. Don't think it's better than the second one. I still like the second one better, mostly because it possessed evil girl, creepy as hell, scary as hell. That's gonna top everything. But yeah, I didn't mind it. I thought this was still good, a good film, and hopefully they continue doing this because after the Nun and Llorona, they need to keep doing better than that. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have a different opinion about this film or any of the other Conjuring films, please leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. Hit the subscribe button, check out my Facebook page, check out my Twitter page, and I'll see you next time to give you more love and more entertainment. So until then, take care, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.